Goeiedag, good day. I'm glad to be back. And if you could just indicate, could you hear me? It seems if you could hear me, everything looks right here on my side. So if you could just indicate to me if you could hear me.
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Thank you. Thank you, Scala. I'm glad you hear me, Cloud. All right, I've got a few new things for you. And the first thing I want to tell you is I did add this course now also on Blackboard. So everybody who did sign the attendance register before, you will see you are already registered to CUT Talks. Now, I will show you just now how it looks. So just give me a moment that I just get to my Outlook, and I see I did put it off, so I just want to go back to Outlook and open it again, and then I will open it for you on the board. So I'm nearly there, and I will show you just now. Just be a little bit patient. There it is. I'm going to change me now to the share screen, and there it is. All right, so if you open your Blackboard, I just want to share it. And I believe you could see it now. I see it sharing. All right, so if you open your Blackboard, I just want to sign in here. You will see there's something new on your Blackboard. If you go to courses, and or you could just search for the courses. If it's not there, you'll see there's CUT Talks. Now, everybody who signed the attendance register are now also in here. So I'm just going to show you fast how it looks. So if you open it, you will find there's quite a lot of things. And in this case, you are registered as a student. So now you as a lecturer could also feel what the student could see and not see and what to do. So if you look here on the left-hand side, you will see this PowerPoint photo course. So if you click on that, you will find there's the attendance register. So you just click on the attendance register and it will automatically open for you. There's the demo photo album. So if you click on that, it will open for you. You could download that and it will open for you. So if I go back there, there's the video of the first session. Remember, the video is only for a certain time open. So I did use the video to Zoom. And that is only open for a certain time. So just remember that. So I think it's for 2 weeks. I did say here 1 week, but I think it's for 2 weeks because I see it's still open, but they delete it at some time. So don't be so disappointed that you missed this video. It's possible for you to download that. That was the first session of the photos. You will see you could download the PowerPoint on that, and it will give you everything what we did there. So it will just take a while to download, but you will see fast it is there. And I will show you just now. Open, there it is. And now it's going to open. I hope it's going to open. Okay, there it comes. Right, so if you want to download, this is only the photo part, and I've put everything that we did in the photos, I put it in the side. So if you want to download that, you could just click on that and just go to PowerPoint if you want to work on that, because that is the easiest way. Make sure you open it in PowerPoint, and then you have all the features that I show you for every time. So just make sure about that. All right, and then you've got photos, you've got a second video where I show you the background, I show you the timer that we do. Today we're going to do animation and we'll go live and morph. So I will try to do all 3 of them today. If the time's allowed, then next week we're going to do video in PowerPoint and 3D in PowerPoint. So that is on next week's program. So this is the last week, next week. That will be the last also. And today we're going to do animations, and that is also part of animations and morph. Okay, so that is in short what we're going to do today. I also put the attendance register for you on this chat box. So if you open the chat box, you will find, and there's the chat box on this side, you will find there's the attendance register. And I'm just going to put it again because I always know if you are late, you can't see it. So there it is for a second time to everybody. And last time I did send it to one person, so I just make sure I send it to everyone. You will have problems to sign this attendance register from your cell phone. So it is better to work on a computer, and also teach your students always work from a computer, because you have more privilege. The cell phone just gives you not all the privileges that you always have. All right, so that is in short the background what I have there. I'm just going to take this away, and I want to minimize that. And here on the end is also the assignment. So what I want from the assignment, so that if you want the certificate that you could use for IPMs and all that stuff, you could do this assignment, and that won't take you so long. So what I want in the assignment is a 10-page PowerPoint album that include the following: 10-page album with page call transitions, photos with crop functions, text, background and gradient fill, and animation, more 3D and video. So you just have to put in some samples of that you make and just put it in. Please don't copy mine and put it in. I don't want my own stuff back. You're going to create your own, and you will be creative in your own and send it. And I want you to do it in a book form. So as I explained you in the beginning, and then you will also find, I ask you to save it in PowerPoint macro enabled show. That is a PPSM. So if you take that PowerPoint macro enabled, sorry for that doggy of mine, you see somebody in the street and now he's barking. And so the PowerPoint macro enabled shows PPSM. I will show you how to do that next week also. So you will first finish your PowerPoint in PowerPoint, and then on the end, you will take it then and save it as that before you submit it to this Blackboard assignment. All right. Is there any questions on this from your side? I just want to take this to this side. Okay. I just want to check my chat box. If there's any questions here, nothing in my chat box. Any questions about anything I told you just now? Don't seems like that. So let's go on. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go out here. And I did tell you this attendance register is also now in Blackboard. So you could take it and just make sure this attendance register will be only up on Blackboard for this time we are busy on the system, busy with the course. So this hour it will be available, and after the course it won't be available anymore. So if you want to look for that after 12:30, you won't find it on Blackboard anymore. So you must sign it before that. I think I make it 11:45. It will be on the attendance register, will be available till 11:45 on Blackboard. So don't miss that one, and make sure. All right. So I'm just going to go down here. We did all this, and today we're going to look a little bit to animation. Now, animation is very easy to use, and you will find it quite enjoyable to make animation. Now, if you remember, I did have something on of recording, and I just want to look if I still have it here. No, I did delete it now, but I did have something in the beginning. We will go live soon, and I will show you today how to make that. So the first thing I want to show you is to make an animation like this. So I did build this whole thing. I did take an emoji, and I write my name on it, and I say like it, and I keep healthy on this thing. So I did do that before. That was part of my. So my picture was looking like this, and I did have a picture like that, and now I'm just going to build the animation that looks like this. That's what I'm going to show you today. So I'm not going to show you how to do the writing and everything. I just want to show you how to do some animation on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this picture for, say, 5 to 10 times. And I already did do that. So if you want to copy a picture, you could just select it here on the left-hand side. You see that part? It's selected here. Don't select it here because that's not what I want. I don't want to copy this picture. I want to copy the whole frame. And it's important because you want all these copies in line with the animation. Otherwise, it will go out line and it will look differently. So what I'm doing is I just going to use Control D. If I click on Control D, it will copy that picture. And what I did with the next one is I just select the next one and I shift this one a little bit, about 30 degrees to the left, to the right, sorry, to the right. So what I have now is I've got one picture like this and one picture like this. And now you remember that thing you built on a paper, you draw something on paper and you make an animation of that. That is what's going to happen here. So you could build a few things here, but I'm just going to make a very, very simple animation now. So I've got that one, and it will go like that the whole time. So on the end, it's going to look like this. All right, so that is how it's going to look, and that is what we're going to do now. All right, so let's show you. I just want to delete that one again. So what I did now, you will see from 35 up to 43. So that we must remember now. It is 35 up to 43. And I'm just going to write it down because I know I'm going to forget it when I come to that. All right, so that means I'm going to use slide 35, this one. I don't going to use that one because that is part of my animation. I'm going to use slide 35 up to 43. That is the slides that I'm going to use now. So the next thing what I'm going to do, now you will see, if I go to this, you will see every time it changes. You see that happening every time I click on that, and that's precisely what I want now. So if I go back to 35, I'm just going to say on my computer, I'm going to click on File, and then I'm going to go to Export. If you click on Export, you will find something that's called Create Animated GIF. And that is what I want to create now. I want to create an animated GIF. So now what I do is I click on that, and I'm going to tell I want a good quality. Here you could extra large quality or large quality of medium. I'm just going to use for this exercise small because it's going to create faster. And here is a second seconds to spend on each slide. Do I want 1 second or I want 0.5 seconds? I'm just going to make it 0.3 seconds. Just going to make that also 0. So what's going to happen, it's going to stay on each slide for 0.3 seconds of a second. So that is important to remember that. And that is why I must remember the slides, because I'm going to use slide 35 up to slide 43. So I use slide 35 to slide 43. And now the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a GIF. And I click on that. And now I'm just going to tell the computer where I must save it. And I'm just going to save it in my pictures. Where's my pictures? There it is in my pictures. And I'm going to use eThuto PowerPoint. And I'm just going to give it a name. And I'm just going to say play demo. Let me remember what it is. Play demo. There it is. So I'm going to save it as play demo. And I'm just going to click on save, and it's running. I could see on the end it's finished. And now what I'm doing, I'm just going to go to eThuto PowerPoint, and I'm going to look for play demo. There it is. And I'm going to open that. And there I did have my animation. There it is. And that is how you do an animation. So if you want it to move it faster, you make it less than 0.3 seconds. If you want to move it slower, you could make it 1 or 2 seconds on each time. So that is what is going to happen. So there's the animation. So easy as that. All right. Any questions on that? And now I could import that animation. This is what I did here. I import that same animation in this picture. And you could see you could also stop it here or pause it here if you want to. But there's the same animation imported here, and I just use it as an animation. And you could make it smaller and put it on the side here where you want on your picture. So you could do with it just as you want. All right. So that could be part of my animation, but be very careful. please don't overuse this type of things. It's very annoying when you have a lesson and you have a lot of this type of things in. So just always ask you the question, what is the goal of this thing? Will it have any goal in your presentation? If it don't, if it's going to be distract the students, don't use it. Don't use it. It must rather do something to your lecturing and make sure it have value to give value to your lecturing. So please don't overuse this type of stuff. If it's not necessary in your lecturing, don't use it. But if you could bring your attention to your students and to something, you could use something like this. Okay. So that's what I want to ask, because this type of things could be very annoyed. It looks very nice if you do something with that, but you must be careful to use it, overuse it, especially in a lesson. All right, I did do the same here. You remember we did do this last time in pictures. I think you could I could remind you of this. So I did create some stuff in photos. And that was some soccer pictures that I go and get from my picture stock images. There it is. Remember, you could use the stock images because you have a license for this. And so that's the reason you could use that. Nobody could say something. So what I did here, I did build something like this. All right. But you could be creative and do anything. I just show you what happened. But you see, it starts with something simple. This is a little bit fast. I could do the timing a bit slower to have a better effect, but I'm just going to show you what did I do. So that was my first slide. And if I take it to the second slide, this is what's going to happen. That too will jump into this place here. So you've got it there and it jumps into the place here. And in the third slide, this two going to jump in place here and there. So what I do there, I just click on that and you see it looks if it's running to that. So I've got the first slide in there and the second slide in there. And we could do all this type of thing. So all I do is I just shift that thing. If I take a look, I just take that one and I shift it to that. I turn it on this and I make sure it is top and I just make sure it stands in there. And I make a new slide. So, but remember to do that before you do some shifting. So what is the right thing to do? I just want to put it back. I will say Control D again on my keyboard, and you will see it copy that one. And for the next slide, I will put it here. Or let me put it here and see what's happening. So if I put it there, next slide will be there, and the next slide will be there. So you could play around with something like this, and you could put this one here. Let's take a look. So I've got that one. The next one is there. Next one is there. And the next one is in place. There it is. So you've got something simple here. And now you could play around. You could build your own type of thing. What I did here, I just turn it 45 degrees. And you will see every time it turns 45 degrees, 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So that is up to the end. Everything is here on the same place again. And now you've got some animation. So if I go, I'm not going to build it again. I'm just going to show you. Remember now it is from 48 and it goes up to 60. So it's from 48 to 60. There it is. And now what I do is I just go to File and I click on Export and I click on Create Animation GIF. There it is. And now I must just remember, okay, I could say again what I want to put it, extra large, what I want to put it in. I don't going to do it again. Yeah, I could just say, right, it must be 1 or 2 seconds on the slide. Rather make it 1 second. And there I put in 48 to 60. And the next thing I do is create a GIF. And it will create that GIF. And I don't going to do it because it takes a little bit of time and I don't want to waste your time because I already explained that to you. And there it is. You just go on. All right. And I just want to go back. And here you will have something nearly to what we have here. Okay, that will be a bit slower. I did take 1 second. I think I did use 0.2 second here on that slide. But you could build as many as you want and you could play around. You could also use this in a video. Okay, The next thing I want to show you, you will remember I speak about will go live soon. And that thing I also built in the beginning, and I used it before I go on air. I always put that on so that you could see I'm available, but I will go on in a few minutes. So what I did there is very easy. I did use first the words. I've got the words here, and then I want a red background. So the red background was quite easy to build. So what you do is, and you just go to insert, and oh no, I can't see it here. I must go to home. Here it is. And I just use a rectangle. You could use anything what you want to use, but in this case, I'm going to use a rectangle, and I just make a rectangle as big as I want. And I change the color, shape fill. Make sure it's on shape format. And you're going to say shape fill, and I want to change it to red. If you can't see red here, you could just go to Morph colors. There it is. And you could go and choose your red that you want to use. In this case, I want this brilliant red here. Okay, so that is the next thing that I did. So I've got the words and I changed this box, but you will see there's a small, I don't know if you could see that on the system, but there's a blue on the side. I don't want that blue. I want that out now. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to choose that again. Make sure I go to shape format, and I'm going to say shape outline. I don't want that shape outline. I want no outline. I'm going to click on that, and now I don't have an outline there at the side. You see there's nothing there anymore. All right. So what I have now is I did have my words, and I did have this. I want to send this to the, arrange this to the back, send backward or send it to the back. There it is. And now I'm just going to put my words on top of this. All right. But I want this, it must look if there's a light on this. So I want to create this in yellow. So I'm just going to change my words into a brilliant yellow color there. All right. So there's my yellow color. And what I want to do also, I want to give it a bit of a shining effect. So if I click on this and I click on shape format and I go to shape effects, do you see there's shape effects? So if I click on that, you will get a glow effect there, and there it is. And now you will have a glow effect there, and it's also possible to change this glow effect. If I want to make it a bit bigger, I could go to glow options, and I could change the color if I want to. I like the color. I could make the size a bit bigger. You see where it goes a bit bigger or smaller. And I could give it more transparent or a less transparent color. So I want to do it something like that. It must just look if it's just light that is shining on it. All right, so there it is. We'll go live soon. There's my first things that I did. I'm happy with that. And I just close that, and there it is. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to add now a background on it. It must be, look if there's something on the back here. So what I'm going to do now is I just go back to home. No, here it is. Sorry, I could use this one. And I'm just going to draw something around it. There it is. All right. And that must look like a plate or something. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click and okay, where is it now? Format shape. Sorry, I'm not sure now where it is. Oh, here it is, fill. Okay, fill, and I'm going to use a pattern fill. There it is. And now I'm just going to make it a little bit darker. So like that. I want to make this a bit gray, so I change that to a slight darker gray type of thing. Here it is. And this part I want also, but that white part I also want a bit gray. So I'm just going to choose a lighter type of gray. Okay, now it looks like some metal or something. So that's what I want. And I'm just going to put that at the back now. So I'm quite satisfied. It looks if it's going to fit there. And what I do is I just send it to the back. send it to back. And see what happens now. I've got this nice shining type of thing that I have here. It looks if the light is shine, and you see this lights here on it. And if you want to be very special now, you could also put some screws in. So I just want to show you. I'm going to insert a picture and stock images, and I'm just going to put in, sorry, just wait for this. I'm going to use icons, and I'm looking for something like this. There it is. Insert, and it's going to download. There it is. It's a bit big on the moment, but I want to change that. So I'm going to give it a bit of graphic effects. I'm going to give it a shadow, and I use something on white like that. And I just want to change the color also to a bit more gray. And there you see it start looking like a screw. So I'm just going to make it a bit smaller. There it is. And I'm just going to copy 4 of them. And I'm just going to say copy. And I'm just going to say paste the picture, paste the picture, paste the picture. And there I've got 4 of them. So what I do is I just put it there on the back. And now I've got the screw there. And I've got one there. And I've got, and you could play around with that to make it look better. I just do it fast now, just to explain to you. All right, and there it is. And I could also change this back that it looks more like metal. So what I do is I just go to shape format and shape effects. And I'm just going to put in a type of bevel here. Say, you see there, you can see it looks like a metal plate that I have here now. So it looks quite great. All right, so I've got this one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to copy it. I say Control D, and there's the next one. And for the next one, I want to change this now. So what I'm going to do is I make this red for the next one. I'm going to say, okay, it must be such a maroon type of thing. It must look if the light is off. And what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to take that glow a little bit less of that glow. So what I'm going to do is take that and go to shape effects. And I go to reflection and reflection option. I think that was the wrong one. Sorry, I just go to glow and glow option. That's what I want. And what I'm going to do now is, there it is. I'm going to minimize the size and I make it more transparent. Just going to go like something like that. And look what's happening now. Now I've got this light thing. See, it's going on and off the whole time. So what I'm going to do now to make this type of thing, I'm just going to copy this now and make a few of them in a row. And I'm going to use the same type of thing, export. I'm going to go to create animated GIF, and then I will have something like that. And you could also make a video. I will show you just now how to make a video also. And I just want to go back there, and that will give me an animation like that. And so easy as that. It takes me 10 minutes to build this. So there I've got the animation, will go live soon. Okay, any questions on that? Nothing in the chat box. You're so silent today. Just say, somebody say something. It feels if I'm alone here. Nobody there?
I'm here, Daniel.
Okay, thanks a lot. No,
I think we are just astonished. This is amazing.
it's amazing, and it's so easy, eh?
It is.
So easy. It looks so easy. So yes, let's take a look. All right, this is a very nice thing I'm going to show you today. This is Morph, and I love Morph. Morph is something quite nice, and I did show you, I think, something about that. I think I did have an example here. And there it is. It's just something, if you start your PowerPoint or something, just build something like that, and it looks just a little bit different. It just gives you that idea of, yo, it's something nice. But you could build your own, and I'm just going to show you how to build it. I just take the logo. There's the logo. And what you do is you just say Control D. All right, so what I do now is the first logo, I'm just going to make it small. There it is. And I'm going to put it on the side. You could make it as big as you want. You could make it smaller as that. It depends on what you want to do. All right, so there it is. And what I do now is I'm going to the next one. and I'm going to use the transition, and there you will find Morph. Do you see? You click on Morph, and that is what happened. So it takes that one and it grows bigger like this. That's all you need to do. So what I did have this one. Let's put it on that side just to show you I don't lie to you. There it is. I click on Morph, make sure Morph is on. And if I click it, it will, oopsie, sorry, that was not nice. What did happen now? Okay, it's shifted to the right-hand side to go up. That's not what I want. All right, I know what's the problem. Okay, there it is. And if I click on Morph, it will take you from the right-hand side up to there. All right, but it's also possible to move it from one side to another. All right, let's show you that. So say, for instance, I've got it here, and I want to move it to that next corner. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say Control D, and you see there's the next one, and I'm just going to put it there. And I'm just going to select that, and I click on Morph. What's happening there? To take it to that corner, and now if I click on Morph, it will take it to the middle. So easy as that. And if you want the next one to make a blurring color or what you want to do, you just go to that one and you click on Morph, and you find it will blur it in like that. And remember that this was done, if I click on this, remember it was done in pictures, and there you did get some artistic effects. So you could use some artistic effects like that. And if I go now here, you will find, if I click on the transition Morph, it will change it like that. Right, where it goes in gray like that. All right, so I've got it one there. I click on Morph, on that one, click on Morph, and that one, click on Morph, and it will take it the whole thing to gray there. And if I put it in a slideshow now, and I'm just going to put the slideshow on now, it'll, on every click, it will do one of that moves I show you. And there it is. It's so easy and so nice, eh? It gives such a nice effect, and you could play around with that and give something like this. Look there, I've got something like this, and I just morph it, and here I have something else. I also play around with this, and there's a lot of things happening. You'll see there's a guy in a corner there. There's a guy who comes out of the door there. There's a lady who turns her back here. There's a lady who comes in from here. And there's my clouds. Just take a look at my clouds. That is moving. And there's also an aeroplane going. You see there is something of the aeroplane still. So I just want to show you what is happening. I just want to go back. Sorry. All right, there it is in tree. All right, so if I click that, you remember that it's the Volkswagen here. It's some guy there. There's a guy there. There's something here. You see, a lady will comes in here. There's some clouds that's going to move here. There's an aeroplane that's going to move there, and yeah. And oh, and there's a name coming up here. Look there, what's happening in a few seconds now. And that was all done by Morph. So if you take a look where it goes, if I click on that, you get that effect. All right, so let me just show you. I'm just going to take a vehicle and show you how did I do that. I just want to put escape there, and let me just go into a new page, and I want to go to home, new slide, background. So I just go to my insert pictures, and I wanted stock images, and let's see if I could get Volkswagen here. I'm just going to type in Volkswagen. Let's see if I could get something. Oh, no, it's not. Let's type in car. I believe I will get something. Okay, there's some cars. Okay. I hope I'm going to get something nice to use here. I can't remember where I did get that car of me. Okay, let me just check. Sorry, I wasted time. All right, I'm going to cancel this. I did get it somewhere here. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one. Copy and put it in here. Paste. Right, so there's my Volkswagen. I want to drive in that direction, so I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to make it a little bit flat. It might look like a sports vehicle. So there it is. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to use the Morph. So I'm just going to go and Control D. And in the next slide, I'm going to put it on that side here. I'm going to put it a little bit off the screen. Oh, it's still on the screen. There it is. And what's going to happen now, if I click here, I'm just going to go to transition and I choose the Morph option. And there's my Volkswagen going from the left to the right. And that is what I did here. So I did do that with everything here. You will see there's a cloud. I did have this cloud. There's a bird also. I did have this cloud and I just move that. And in the second, the first one, the cloud, that same cloud was a bit to the side here. So I've got it there. So what is happening, if I click on this and I click Morph to see how it's looking, you see how the cloud is moving. And the same I did with the airplane. If I click on Morph again, there's the airplane going. And you see, one time you go at the back of the cloud and the next time it's in front of the cloud. So I just go and put the cloud in front of it on the back of the airplane. So that's how you use Morph. Okay. Any questions on this things? You could remember there's a lot of transitions that you could use, but Morph is a new transition. That's why I show you that. And Morph gives you the effect of moving. That is why it's so nice to use it. Because if you didn't use Morph, it will just look like this. It will jump to the next slide. But if you use Morph, it will give you a nice flow of the movement. Okay. All right, I see it's already time to stop. We are busy for 40 minutes already. Is there any questions on what we have done till now? Just go to my question bar. I see no questions. Shared screen is too small. Okay, sorted. I don't think it was on my side. I hope it wasn't on my side. And next, there's no other questions. That's not good. Some questions to ask?
No questions. This is totally new to me. So the questions are going to come when I start using it. And
I will put this video also on for you. We must just check if you are all on the blackboard. And if you could go in, I also sent you from ConnectYard. While we are busy with that, I just want to show you that because it's so nice to see. And if you take a look, and I believe most of you use on this moment did use ConnectYard, but I could see who's on. Let me start there. I know about everybody knows that, but I'm going to show you that. If you go to the full grade center, I could see who's on already. So this is all the lecturers already on. Let me just go and descend that. All right, so Mpo, Chidi, Rita, Melise, and sorry, I'm not announcing all these names. So this guy was last night on, Monique, sorry, it's a lady. Monique was last night, 24th of June, was she on this? The rest was today on. I could see that all of them was today, and the rest wasn't on. So if you see, I'm going to scroll slow down. You could see your name there, if you are already on it or not. There I go down. There's everybody who's registered. And I use the list of the registration of the attendance register form. And I just add that names here. So this is all the names on the attendance register, and there you have it. But I also sent the announcement in ConnectYard. And I did make a ConnectYard option here for you. And I could see there's 9 views. I was quite dissatisfied because only 9 guys that take a view on the announcement I did send to you on ConnectYard. And right, me was 1 second on. It's very interesting because some guys was 33 seconds on, some guy was 1 hour on it, one was 36 minutes on it, 4 hours on it, 3 hours on it, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So this is the guys who was on the ConnectYard. It was only 21% of everybody. There's still 33 members. So what I could do now is I could just click on this and I could resend standard notification to this guys who was not, didn't see the connect yet. So if I click on resend there, or I just select all, select everybody here, that's only the guys who are on this CUT Talks now. Eh? So I could just click there and I resend this to them. I don't want to do it now, but that is the way to do it. Okay, so what I did is I just go home, and there I see, I just go to views and see the view. I see there's also 7 followers. So if you are a follower, if something is getting on you, you will get it immediately. All right, and then I did told you in the beginning, everything what I show you here is now also on the CUT Talks. So you could just go there and you could see the demo photo album, the videos, the photos, and also video 2 is on here. No, there's video 2, there's video 1, and I will add video 3 now on here. I don't going to send it out now again. I'm just going to add it here on the Blackboard CUT Talks, but you could get it in here, and you will have everything what you need to know about this course. That's in short what I have here on this side. Any questions on that? Nothing? All right, what is interesting also, I just want to show you that, and you could all do all this on your Blackboard also. There's the announcement, you've got an announcement, but you did have a direct link to Zoom today. So if you open Blackboard, you could just click on Zoom here, and it gives you a direct link to your Zoom of today, and it will open the Zoom meeting, and you could go directly. So it's not necessary. I just want to cancel that. You could just launch it and it will open. So what did I do? Sorry, I just want to go back. I did go out. I did only what I did here to the Zoom question. I just used the URL and put a URL in here, and that is it. There's the collaboration. We could go on collaborate here, and I could also do both of them on one show. So I could use Zoom and collaborate here, and it will do that one. There's my connect chart, and there's the emails. I could also, you could send emails here, and I could send some emails out here. You will see all this as a student in this case on this. So that is just in short some information. I know some of you know that, and I think there's a few who won't know that. So if you want to know more about that, we could just explain to you how to do that. Oh yes, and what is interesting, I've got all the YouTubes also on here. So if you click on the YouTube videos, you will find it will take you directly now to the YouTube videos, and there's all the videos we send out to lecturers. And if you want to look for something, instructors, new contact editor, groups, how to groups, grade center download, how to do the download, instructor edit, set up members, all the videos is now available here. And you could just go and click on this eThuto Talks of you. Oh, where is it now? There it is. You could just click there on eThuto Talks. You will get YouTube videos where you click on that and it takes you automatically to all the videos we have on the system. That's nice, eh? So if you want to know something, you could just look here because there's a lot of videos of everything we have done up to now. Okay. I think it's quite usable, and I think you could make use of that also quite nice. All right, that brings me to the end of today. Is there any questions? Any questions about anything about now? I will open the floor now. So if you want to go off, you are welcome. If you still want to ask some questions, you're also welcome. Please make sure you sign the attendance register, especially if you're not on CUT Talks. The only way to get on CUT Talks is to sign the attendance register. You can't, a lecturer can't ask now to get on CUT Talks. He must be part of CUT Talks. And for the last time, if you have something, really anything that you are a professional in, I know there's some guys who knows PowerPoint far better than me, or Excel or something, and you want to present for just 30 minutes, please come to us, contact me or send me or Leandre an email, and we're going to give you a slot. And we're also going to check now which guys who whose people are good on Blackboard, and ask them to show us what did they do and how did they do their eThuto, so that the other lecturers could see what we do. So there's so many technology things that we could use, and I want you to, on this GUT Talks, we want you to come up and do something. Just say, if you have something nice to tell us, if you have a nice program that you use on this moment and you want to tell us about that, we could make you a time slot and we could use that. So anything, please don't hesitate to contact us. Thank you. I see there's something on here. Let's take a look. Oh, thank you, Wynand. This is absolute great training. Okay, thanks, Michelle. I love it. Okay, sorted. Thank you for this interesting presentation. Thank you, Palesa. Okay, if there's no questions, you are welcome to go off. If you want to ask me still something, I will be available for a few seconds, for a few minutes. And then you could ask me some questions.
Good morning. Good. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Wynand?
Yeah, sorry, Pulani. Good day, Pulani. My microphone was muted.
Okay. Yes, I'm not so good with technology, but at least I'm getting there.
Yeah.
This morning, I tried Teams. I had a discussion with my students this morning.
Yeah.
However, when I was preparing for it yesterday, I typed their student numbers and I was able to filter them there so that I can send the invitation to them. However, with what you are doing now on putting some slides here, I couldn't do that. How do I do that?
Okay, that is available on Teams. I don't know if my computer is going to allow me to open Teams while I did open Zoom. I'm just going to check if I could do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen again. I just want to see if I could open Teams. So let me see. And there it is, Microsoft Teams.
The reason why I did that, I used to collaborate on 2 occasions and it was only few students who joined. Yeah. And then some of them told me that through Teams, it's for data saving purpose, it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So I don't know how true is that. I'm not sure about it. That's not correct.
That's not really true. It's well free. If I use VPN, it is free on the system. So I believe it's free. We must just check that, but it's supposed to be free. So we could just check that again. All right.
Yes, because when I made the comparison with Collaborate and this team one, really there was some distractions because every time one enters, you got to open for them. So yeah. I told them that Collaborate it's better.
Yeah, I just want to see if I could have the Teams open here.
All right.
I don't want to go on air now, so I'm going to try to do it without going on air.
Okay.
I just want to see if it's possible for me now. Yeah, I just want to have a chat. Let's go and make a chat with you, Lonnie. I don't think you are on the system yet. No, you are not here. So it's there it is, Lonnie. Okay, let's go and make the team talk. Could you see that?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, I think you could just click on that, Lani.
Okay.
See if you could speak. I don't know if it's possible.
I clicked.
Okay, there it. Rolling.
And double click.
I think it's not going to work because we are on Zoom also. I think what we must do is we must just I must just contact you after this and see that I can show you.
Lane is currently unavailable.
All right. They also tell
Please leave a message after the tone. When you have finished, please hang up or press the pound key for more options.
Okay.
Okay.
Could you
All
still
right.
hear me? All right. Now I must show you how to do that while we are busy because I can't show you, and I know what's the reason. I'm now on. I'm on the system, but if you take a look at this, there's a block with the arrow in. That is your share screen. So you had to click on that share screen to open your screen, what you want to show them.
Oh, where will it appear on Team?
It's supposed to appear here in the middle at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah, at the bottom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You will get something like that, and you click on that,
Okay.
and that will share your screen in Teams.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll try it, and then if I experience some challenges, then I'll let you know.
Okay, thanks. I was looking forward.
Thank you so much. It was a great presentation.
Thanks,
It's just that-
Polani.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You remember the last time when I needed to speak to you last year, my mic was not working.
Yeah, I remember. I
You
remember
kept on
that.
saying unmute, unmute, unmute. I said, I've unmuted. Yes, yeah.
That's
But they were
right.
able to look into it, the IT people.
That's it. And everything is
Yes.
fine now.
Yes. Okay.
I'm so
Thank you
glad.
so much. Okay.
Okay.
Have a great weekend.
Same for you, Polani.
All right.